Biden nominated retired Army General Lloyd Austin as his Secretary of Defense today. In an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal, in the Atlantic magazine, Biden wrote that Austin is the person we need at this moment and a true and tested soldier and leader. If confirmed, he would be the first African American to head the Pentagon, but confirmation could be tricky. By law, defense secretaries have to be retired from active duty for at least 7 years. It's a way to make sure that there's civilian leadership to balance the military. The general has been retired for only 4 years, so he would need a waiver. Certainly not unheard of. President Trump's first defense secretary, Jim Mattis, got a waiver from Congress back in 2017. He had only been retired for 4 years. NBC News' Kristen Welker live in Washington. Kristen, how likely is Congress to grant another waiver?
Well, I think it's a question mark right now, Shep, for all of the reasons that you just laid out. And you already have some Democrats who are coming forward today and saying that they're not going to vote for a waiver. Democrats who voted against granting a waiver for Mattis back in 2017. Let me read you what Senator Blumenthal had to say of Connecticut. He told reporters today, quote, "I believe a waiver of the 7-year rule would contravene the basic principle that there should be civilian control over a non-political military." Senator Tester also signaling skepticism, signaling he may not support the move. And so they're just two of a number of Democrats who've come out and said that they're not sure they're going to go through with this. And just to underscore this point, these are Democrats, Shep. So that's a real problem for President-elect Joe Biden. That's why it's so remarkable that he came out with that op-ed in the Atlantic that you just referenced. He clearly wants to get ahead of this narrative. He clearly wants to pre-butt any criticism that is coming his way. And look, at speaking to transition officials, they underscore the fact that Biden has a long-standing relationship with Austin that goes back to the Obama administration, particularly impressed by the fact that he oversaw the drawdown of troops in 2011. Biden drawing a parallel between that and what is going to be required to deal with the COVID crisis, particularly the distribution of the vaccine. And look, this is someone who has a long history in the military. In 2012, he was the first black vice chief of staff to the Army. He also was the first black head of CENTCOM. So he's someone who has respect on both sides of the aisle. But again, that very thorny issue, can he get confirmation? Will he get that waiver? That remains to be seen, Jeff.
Kristen, thank you. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.